My fault, everybody. Yo, what's up? Matty Ice here with Profit Props. Had you muted there? My fault. Recap of yesterday. Not my best day. Got to call it how you see it. We hit the K State money line. Missed the first half under. They just played faster. Kansas State hit a lot of tough shots. So kind of the reason we hit the money line is because they played so well in the first half. So I'll take it. What else did we have yesterday? We missed Kawhi's under 29.5 by a 3-pointer by 3 points. OKC did not show up. We had a plus 4.5 that looked terrible. And then the Cleveland beat kind of hurt. If you watched that game, they were down 1. Mitch was at the line. If he makes it, the game probably goes to OT. And they had played so well in the fourth to get back in it. Watching that game, I thought, if this goes to OT, we probably get the 3.5. But craziness happens. He misses, then he gets the rebound, misses the tip in. The ball gets bounced around all the way out the 3-point line on the right wing, kick to the left corner, buckets, Cleveland by 2. So tough. That brings us to about even in the last 3 days. We had a really good day. Monday, Tuesday. Well, we're up this week, I guess you could say, but in the last 3 days, about even, down juice. So not what I'm looking for. Hoping to bounce back here today. We'll go ahead and get into the March Madness portion first, and then we'll get into the NBA. So starting with the Bama-San Diego State game, I handicapped this game Bama 73, San Diego State 69. Essentially, Bama -4 over under 151 is where I would have, played this, or I'm sorry, hung this if I were a bookmaker. And I'll go here and check out, actually let me give you access so you can see what I'm looking at. I want you to be able to see this. All right, so if you can see this with me, we'll go full screen. First game we're talking about is this one. Go ahead and let me put this in time sort as well. All right, so we're looking at the Alabama-San Diego State game. Injury news. Brandon Miller probable, struggling with the groin, but everyone assumes he's going to play. This looks like it opened up at about 6 and steamed Alabama's way. I would say I find a little bit of value in the San Diego State spread. I think Alabama pulls this win out. I think it's a 5 or less kind of game. Definitely think this one stays within 10, but Alabama squeezes out a win here. I forget to always do that, so you guys get a little bit larger view. So yeah, I got Alabama winning this game, but I find a little bit of value in San Diego State's spread. I'm gonna go look at team totals. I could just do the math, but away team total for San Diego State, they have 65. So I think San Diego State's going to go over that. I do, honestly. And then Alabama, home team total, 72.5. So I think that's right where it's supposed to be. You could either play San Diego State plus the points or over 65. Yeah, over 65. I think there's value in both of those. Next, we've got the Houston-Miami game. Yeah, in order. Houston, Miami. I have this one, Houston 71, Miami 64. So I'm right around where the market is in terms of the spread, but I'm a little high on this total. These are 2 pretty high scoring teams. I think this one makes it to 140. I really do. So I might be looking at an overplay in the Miami-Houston game. I'm not going to play it yet. I'm going to see how the market reacts. It opened 139.5. Looks like it came down and is coming back up. So I think I like Houston over tonight. Keep an eye out on my Twitter. I'm going to post all my plays officially probably 6 p.m. Eastern. But I like that Houston over. I really do. If you were on the fence about it, so am I. But I like the over. Next game, I've got Creighton, Princeton. And this is probably the one where I disagree with the market the most. I have this Creighton Or Princeton 71, Creighton 73. So I still have Creighton winning this game, and I'm pretty close in terms of the total. I'm a little high on the total, but I don't know why I'm so heavy on Princeton. I know they have a much weaker, I don't know. Yeah, they have a weaker schedule than Creighton. But they match up pretty well, I think, in terms of how they bring the ball up to the court and just pace. And I think it's going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be a better game than we're expecting. I'm not trying to oversell the 15 seed or whatever here. So I don't think they win outright. I think Creighton gets the job done, but I do think Princeton probably covers this 10. So that's another one that I'm looking into. Probably honestly going to be on Princeton plus 10 and the Houston over. Those are two that I like early. No, I don't like San Diego State as much. I like those two more. And then we'll get to our last game. I've got Xavier 75, Texas 77. So maybe a little bit of value on the 4 at Xavier. There is a 4.5 at Heritage and maybe a couple other shops. So shop around if you're looking into the Xavier game. I do like the 4.5 a little bit, kind of in line with the San Diego State game, though. They're not my favorite plays on the board. I like those other two college plays a little bit better, being the Houston Miami over and then the Princeton plus 10. The NBA, which is, just right above that. A lot of injuries, a lot of questionables, a lot of outs. We can kind of just go through these. There's only 2 games that I'm really looking at in terms of a side, and then 2 props as well. So not a lot to talk about in the NBA tonight. This first one's going to be Dallas versus Charlotte. Kyrie is questionable. Hardaway Jr. is questionable. If Kyrie plays, I only have Dallas as a 7-point favorite here. So I think there's some value in this 14.5 for Charlotte. They got a decent starting 4 going out there in Rozier, Oubre, Hayward, Washington. And Dallas isn't some like magical powerhouse either. So this 14 kind of confuses me. I don't think it should be that high. And one NBA side I'm looking into tonight is Charlotte plus 14. 14.5 at Circa, Colorado. 14.5 at Pinnacle. Yeah, so not going to play it yet. But that is one that I'm looking at. Next, the Pacers game. This is very dependent on if Halliburton plays or not. With Hallie, I think this is about an 8-point game. I still think Boston handles, takes care of business and wins this game. But my metrics on this game were, one second, let me get over here. Assuming Halliburton plays, I've got this 112, 113, 121, 113, 120.5 kind of game. So like I said, between 7 and 8 is where I would hang this with Halliburton. And who knows what the books are going to do. I don't think they'll make a 4-point adjustment with Halliburton. And my other thing is without Hallie, I had this at 11. So that really eats up into that value. So you could take a chance and grab a 12 now, or you could wait and see and maybe get stuck with like a 10 or a 9. And I don't know that I love the 9, So I love the 12 with Hallie. So if you can get out in front of that news, great. If you want to take a chance now, great. But I'm just not. I haven't played it myself yet. I'm just telling you what I'm leaning towards as I wait on injury news. One more side for me to talk about, and this is the 76ers Golden State Warriors. So Golden State's a 5.5-point favorite. Embiid and Harden are both questionable, and Golden State plays much better on the road. So with all that being said, if Embiid and Harden do end up playing tonight, my number will be closer to -1. Pick them, maybe even lean a little bit into the Philly number. So I can't give Philly like +2, 3, 4 like I would if Philly were the home team. If Philly were the home team, I'd have Philly -5 with both those guys healthy. But Golden State, for whatever reason, plays so much better on the road. They've been playing better recently. So I don't think the -5.5 would be anywhere near justified with those two, but maybe having them a pick 'em at home might be fair. But if you're giving me Philly plus anything with those two, I'm going to take it. Like I said, with Harden and Embiid playing. So with that game, will bring me into my first prop. I'm going to take Steph Curry over 26.5. Make sure it's still available. FanDuel has a 26.5, 125. Pinnacle 26.5, 117. Caesars 26.5, 114. And then MGM 26.5, 120. DraftKings is also 26.5, but it's 135. So shop around, make sure you get the best number. But Steph Curry over 26.5. I'll be playing it at Caesars. My first prop. Get it now. I do think this is going to get bumped today. Even without Embiid and Harden, I don't think the Warriors just walk all over the 76ers and Steph doesn't have to play the fourth. I don't see that happening. So go ahead and grab that now if you're playing it straight. I already played this at Caesars, I think. Let me double check so I don't get bumped. The next one is Shea over 30.5. This was available at FanDuel. 1 second, I'll go. 30.5 at FanDuel, at Canby Books. I can't find PointsBet's number, but 30.5, 122 is the best number I'm finding. Pardon me. Let me go to BetStamp. I got to go ahead and track this. So yeah, those two are official releases, not waiting on more news like the sides in the NBA. Ready to release those now. Go ahead and play them if you're tailing. Steph and Shea's over. Make sure you get the 26.5 and the 30.5 though. I don't want to play those bumps. Shea points. So we've got 30.5 at, like I said, all Canby Books, Bovada, Unibet, PointsBet, and FanDuel. So plenty of 30.5s out there. And I'll actually go ahead and see what Prize Picks is at too while we're here. It would be nice if we could just get that two-man right on Prize. So bam. Shea's at 31.5 on Prize. Let's see what Steph's at. Steph's at 26.5. So you can still get Steph on Prize Picks. Mix that in how you like. Shea's already been bumped there, but you can get it on the books at 30.5 still. That's all I have for today's show. There's still a lot of injuries and questionables in the NBA, and I'm not going to force it. But as info comes out, I may release another player too. So just stay active on Twitter. I'll get these two out, posted on Twitter, maybe with a little write-up. And then later, 6 o'clock or so, I'll probably be posting these NBA and NCAA sides that I am playing. So yeah, that's it. I appreciate everybody that's checking in. Good luck today, unless you're fading me. Best of luck. Let's cash some tickets, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow.